Rocker Pat here. Alright guys, it is another hot rocking day in the jungle, and today is the day that Johnny gets some paint on him. And I've got to get it done now because today may look good. We may be in shirt sleeves and everything today, but we got a cold front coming down from Kanadistan, and my buddies up there in Kanadistan are sending me some cold weather, and I got to get this thing painted. So I have finally got everything done I need to do to throw the first coat of paint on this thing. Now this is going to be a multi-stage paint job on this thing. The first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get it into black epoxy, and then I've got some black base coat that I'm going to paint. Mainly what I'm trying to get done here is get it where I can get a windshield in it and get doors hung on it. And then if I put the engine in it, I can make it move under its own power, and then we can worry about the rest of the paint job later. But the paint job is going to be, you're just gonna have black down here in the door jambs. That's all I'm gonna do. So the first paint job is just gonna be a base coat, clear coat black. I will clear coat the whole thing. If I find any wavies in it, good thing is that this is not the final paint job. It will be just the first stage, because I'm gonna lay the black down, and then we will put big, heavy, chunky red metal flake on top of it, and it's gonna look so badass. Can't wait. All right, guys. Well, that is what I am doing this week over here at the Hot Rod Garage. I have been working on smoothing out everything. As y'all remember, I had to replace this piece right up in here. And while I was taping this off, I found a dirt dauber got up in there, packed that area full of dirt again. So I got to clean that out. But I can't do that until I get it painted. But anyway, yeah, that is our update. I didn't make a video over the weekend. I was busy sanding. And generally, you would go back with epoxy over all your body work and then a layer of high build to do your final sand. But because I don't care whether or not I have any 80 grit, I don't know why this camera is doing what it's doing, but I don't really care if I got any 80 grit scratches, or there might be a little ding here or a little thing right there. And what I mean little, I mean very little. I'm not talking about a dent, but just a, like there's a tiny little scratch right there that happened when I was cleaning out this gutter, and I rolled my deal across it. I might sand it a little bit more, but you're never gonna see that once I put 015 metal flake on top of it. So a lot of that little stuff like that that I would normally go and fix, it's not gonna matter in this case, because it's getting a big chunky metal flake on top. And so basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna paint this black as though it's a black truck. Then we're gonna sand the clear, apply, I don't know if I'm gonna go direct metal flake at that point, but I may do another black epoxy. This is basically just to seal up everything on this, and we're putting it outside. I've got the clear. The paint cost me a lot more money than I expected it to. Charged me $50 freaking for a pint of black paint. Man, I think things are getting out of hand. All right, guys. Well, before we start bitching and complaining about the cost of living, I think it's time for Johnny to get a little paint on him. All right, guys. Well, y'all keep rocking and a rolling and a rolling and a rocking. Next time y'all see Johnny, his cab's gonna be black.